goes Purdue. Robot is in motion. Robot is turning. You can see Purdue chose to use wheels for their robot. Some teams use tracks, some teams use wheels. Some of them use really wide wheels. Some of them use skinny wheels. There's lots of trade-offs. Some of them perform better on the straightaway. Some of them perform better when you're turning. There's not one single solution that is just the perfect solution in all cases. So the robots, once Purdue turns in the right direction, which I believe they are now, they're going to move the robot across the obstacle field. There are both craters, like that, and rocks in the obstacle field. The craters can be a little difficult to see on the video cameras. There's another crater right there. But this robot has big wheels and high axles, so it did not have any trouble driving through the craters. Go Purdue! They've made it into the mining area. Now, some teams turn sideways because they don't like looking at the rear end of the robot while they're digging. They can't see anything. This is not the camera view that the operators are seeing. They're actually seeing the reverse angle. So a lot of teams turn sideways like Purdue just did. This is the angle that the teams are actually seeing. Trivia, it turns out that Purdue University has produced the most astronauts. That's a great statistic. Way to go, Purdue. Seven and a half minutes remaining in this run for Purdue. This is their first attempt. They will get a second attempt later this week, as all schools will. Okay. They have mine. I can see it. They have see-through walls on their collector bin, and I can see regolith being flung into it. So they're definitely collecting regolith. Some of the teams actually have sensors on their robots to tell them how many kilograms they've collected. Okay, you can see their digger going down there. They can collect, it looks like they can collect in the forward direction and in the reverse direction. Very robust. Some robots can only collect in the forward direction. They're adjusting the height of their digger as they go along. It's spinning pretty good there. It's just flinging the regolith into their bin. Okay, stop the digger, bringing it up. Now, are they going to make another pass, or are they going to go back to the hopper? I think they're turning. They're going to go back to the hopper. They have 6 minutes left. The team has a timer right in front of them, in the control room, so they know exactly how many minutes they have left. Here's a close-up view from the side, showing Purdue's robot coming up to the hopper. And instead of a conveyor belt, Purdue has chosen to use a lifting mechanism on their bucket, on their bin. So there it goes. It's lifting up. You can see through their clear bin that there's regolith in there. Here it comes, out the back. That's nice. All right, now they're going to go back for more. Just over 5 minutes left in this attempt. 5 minutes right now. So they're half done. Let's see how long it takes him to do this next run. The first run is always the longest, it seems, and then the teams get into a groove, and they get faster and faster every run they do. It looks like Purdue had about 4 kilograms in that first dump. They need a little more than 4 in their second dump if they want to hit the 10 that they need to qualify. Okay, they're digging again. I can see the regolith being flung into their bin. Sometimes their digger stops, though. I wonder if it's just getting too deep, getting too much resistance from the regolith. 4 minutes remaining for Purdue. They're watching the time very closely. They know how long it takes to go back and dump. So I think they're going to excavate for as long as they can. They need some wiggle room, though, in case they run into some problems going back to the hopper. Every once in a while, their digger stops because they get a little bit too deep in the regolith. But they're going good again. And there it stopped. So they need to lift it up a little bit. I don't know if the drivers have this good of a view. I don't know if they have any feedback as to whether their digger is spinning or not. There it goes spinning again. When they lifted it up a little bit, it started spinning again. Yeah, I think they can tell whether it's spinning because they're fine-tuning it right now. Just under 3 minutes remain for Purdue. How much time do they need in order to drive back across that obstacle field and dump into the hopper? Right now they have 2.5 minutes. There they are. There's Purdue in the control room, looking at the cameras very closely, controlling their robot, watching the time. They're almost at 2 minutes. You can see the regolith starting to pile up in their bin. They've got a really big load this time. How long is that going to take to unload? Is their robot strong enough to lift that much regolith? We're about to find out. 1 minute, 45 seconds remain in this run. In this, Purdue's first attempt of 2 official attempts. 1.5 minutes. Time is running short. Okay, I think they're done. They're going to go for it. Okay, they're heading back to the hopper. This is going to be close. They have 1 minute 15. Cheer them on. 1 minute left. 50 seconds. They gotta line it up straight or it's gonna dump on the ground. It needs to go into the hopper. 40 seconds. Okay, they've got it nice and straight. That looks good to me. They're dumping. 30 seconds left. They only had about 4 kilograms in their first dump. But they were mining for a while, and it looks like they have a big old pile in there. You can see it from this angle. There's a lot of regolith in that bucket. You can see it from this side. That is a lot of regolith. They're not having any trouble lifting it, though. That is a good, strong robot. Just in time. That is it for Purdue. Their first attempt, they got roughly 40 kilograms, maybe more, because it's still pouring onto the scale as we speak. More than 40 kilograms for Purdue on their first official attempt. Way to go, Purdue! That was 2 cycles. Just imagine if they could get more cycles in. Or maybe they get 35 and 35 next time. Very good run for Purdue, and there's the team in the control room celebrating their success. Did they expect they would have 35 or 36 kilograms in that second dump?